Hello everyone and welcome to another update. So it's been a few weeks, couple months since I had the previous update, and since then a few things have changed. The first of which is, you might notice I have a different chair. You might not have picked that up in the mic or I looked away, but yeah, I have a new chair. Well, I'm not sure how much I actually mentioned, but my old chair was literally starting to fall apart and I really wanted to get a new chair for a while, and my dad had a spare chair, so he let me have this one. So, yeah, it works pretty well. It wobbles a little. I'm not sure of how well it will show on video, but it can get a little wobble. And the other thing is, when I bring up close, it does squeak a little with the desk, because it's not perfectly fit to the desk, but it's enough to work. I'm not sure how well it's going to pick up on the mic, but I guess this will show me if I need to worry about that in the future or not. Especially because I don't have headphones on, so it's a lot more obvious to me, as well as all the noises outside. I think I heard like something driving by, and I think there's a lawnmower. I'm recording this in the afternoon. Usually I record it in the evening. Also, I seem exceptionally bright, maybe because I have natural sunlight coming through the window over there instead of just the big light up there. Yeah. So, that aside though, the new chair though, I actually had it for the past few episodes of Proton and Ascension, but I went back to my old chair, which is in the corner over there, because, yeah, I didn't want to have the last few episodes of the series with a new chair, which just would feel awkward, because I didn't want to explain the video, but I also didn't want people wondering, wait, why is there a new chair? Because I feel like some people might. I'd be the type of person who does that anyway. So from now on, this should be the chair you see in all my videos. But, yeah, I don't know, it's a much better chair. And aside from that, Ascension and Proton have ended, so the main thing about this update is, well, what's coming next? And it's a bit of a change of plans from previous updates, because before I said I wanted to do Moonlit Siege, then Salvage, then a 1.12 pack, and I wanted to try and fit that all, you know, in, well, now actually. Like, I actually wanted to finish up Ascension and Proton earlier in August, but it's now the end of August, early September, when, you know, it's actually wrapping up properly. So that didn't go quite to plan. So I realized soon after making the previous update that things weren't going to work, or that wasn't going to work out, just because there wasn't enough time to update Moonlit Siege, get out Moonlit Siege, finish Salvage, start Salvage, and then Salvage would not wrap up before the other series, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to juggle both. So I decided to take a different approach, and Moonlit Siege is not coming next, and I'm actually not sure when it's going to slot in or when I'm going to get back to it, but the main reason I decided not to go with that is because I just finished Ascension Hardcore, and Moonlit Siege is a hardcore series, or it's planned to be hardcore. And while my channel, you know, I haven't shied away from hardcores, I have been doing them more, but my channel has been more survival, not hardcore, and I feel like 2 hardcore Let's Plays as my main Minecraft content back to back might be a little questionable, so I think I'd rather wait until there's a better time when I'm not having a whole bunch of hardcore stuff going out to put out Moonlit Siege. And instead of Salvage, I decided that I will be going with the 1.12 pack in the fall. The main reason is, like I said, if I was trying to rush out Salvage, I probably could get it done, but Salvage is a bigger mod pack than the 1.12 one, so I think in these few months it made more sense to finish off the 1.12 one, get that out in the fall, and then focus on Salvage towards the end of the year. So that's what I decided to do. So what happens until then? Well, I considered a few series to fill the gap between, you know, when Ascension and Proton ended and when the new series will start in the fall. But there's one that came to mind. So there was a map I found a few months back when I think me and Akatori were just playing like CTMs and such, and I saw this one map, and we were going to play it, but I was like, no, I want to do this map as a series on my channel. And it's called Gielinor the Fourth Age. It's based on RuneScape. I forget how to pronounce the planet name, but it's Gielinor, I think. Probably should have practiced that before doing this clip, or this video, huh? But yeah, it's a RuneScape-based map that I'm really excited to play. It's, you know, pretty custom for a map. I think it's adventure mode. I played a little bit like the tutorial a few times now, just to get a feel for it. And, yeah, hopefully that will be coming out later this week. I haven't recorded it yet though, so I'm not sure if it will be ready for tomorrow. I might not get it done in time for, tomorrow, but I'm hoping there'll be at least episode 1 sometime this week, or within a week of this episode, or this update. And aside from that, Terraria Tales, now called Terraria Explorer Tales, is finally coming out. Because I mentioned it like way back at the start of the year as something I want to do, and I think I mentioned the previous update, so it's been something I've been talking about for a while. It just hasn't happened until now, but that will also be going up as it's ready. At the moment, I have 2 episodes recorded of it because I've been recording it after I finished editing Ascension and Proton. I ended up starting to work on that before I did this update. And yeah, so 2 episodes of that already. I'm not sure how active that will be, but I'm planning for the map, or the Minecraft map, the Geonoir map, to be my main content to bridge. It's pretty much going to go until it's done. It's kind of an open world map. I probably should have mentioned that. So, I don't know. It might not be like, X episodes, or it might not have a very definitive end, but it's pretty much I'm going to play around the map until it stops being interesting or until I want to stop it. So it could end up running alongside the 1.12 pack in the fall, or it could end up, by the end of September, I might be like, okay, I finished all the stuff I want to do in this map, and then there might be a little bit of a gap. I don't know. But those are the 2 series I'm going to be using to fill this gap between, Ascension and Proton ending and the stuff in the fall. So, yeah. Aside from that, there's something I've been calling the Great Revision, which is a whole bunch of little small and pretty much trivial tweaks to past series on my channel. So, I don't know, it's not a big deal, but it's something that I've had hanging over me for a while, and the other day I just went through and did it all over like 2 days. So it was a lot of work, and you probably won't notice at all, but I want to at least bring it up in this update since I'm doing an update. The most notable one is that, well, if you go to my playlist, there are sections. Like, there's one for Minecraft Let's Plays, there's one for Minecraft series, there's one for other games, there's one for review stuff like mod spotlights and such. Well, I recently, I think it was actually a few weeks ago from this video, I split it so Minecraft main Let's Plays and Minecraft side Let's Plays are different playlists. What does that mean? Well, stuff like Ascension, Rediscovery, Untamed Chaos, Ascension Hardcore are in the main playlist, while the other series that I consider side series, or not main series, are like Breakdown, Beta Achiever, Frostfire FTB, can't remember them all off the top of my head, just one I did recently, oh yeah, Proton. Anyone that's not a main series is in the side series one, and I don't know, that's just a bit of make it a little easier to see what I promote as my big main series. And if you look at the playlist, it is a little obvious, because like the main series tend to be like 30 plus episodes. Well, not Ascension Hardcore, but they tend to be more around 30, while the side series do tend to be closer to like 20. So, I don't know, that's a distinction I made. But there are also a lot of other inconsistencies. A while back, I made a big list of like any inconsistency. Like, in this I call it solo, but in this I call it single player. And this has survival in the title, but this doesn't. And what defines a Let's Play on my channel? Because I kind of would throw that term around for a lot of different series. So I went through and updated a ton of that stuff, changing titles, description, playlists, thumbnails, and tags on hundreds of videos. Now, they weren't like completely changed. One might just have one word in the description. One might have one word in the title and a small change to the description. Others might just have a tag change or a thumbnail change. So it wasn't like everything was completely changed. But the goal of this was to make it so things are more consistent with my past series. And so I have, I guess, a better like foundation and template for going forward. Because it's one of those things, I don't like having it where 2 series are the same or similar, but they use different phrasing on stuff, and it's just something that personally bothered me. Some examples are Untamed Chaos did not have survival in the title, but other series like Breakdown, Ascension, Rediscovery, and all that stuff, they did have survival in the title. So I went back and updated all the Untamed Chaos episodes to have survival. Another change in Untamed Chaos was it said modded Minecraft in the description, but like every other series I did was Minecraft modded. It's one of those little trivial things that you probably wouldn't even notice unless I pointed it out, but it's one of those things I want to go through and update. Originally, I just want to do a few things like Untamed Cat or title and like one other thing, but then when I started doing it, I ended up remaking the list of all the other little consistencies that bothered me and doing them all. Another one that might be a little more notable is I actually did go through all the mod spotlights and I updated all their thumbnails to the new format. Same for Mod You Must Know. And I did also tweak some other thumbnails. I think a Test Pack Tales got a minor tweak. Captive Minecraft got a minor tweak. So, I don't know, there's a lot of little things like that, but it's really not that big of a deal. The main thing is you'll have the, new playlist section to better differentiate main Let's Plays and side Let's Plays, which is a little useful for some stuff anyway, or at least when I talk about a main and side Let's Play, now there's a better line in the sand sort of thing. And there's not much else to say aside from that. The new roadmap for my channel or the series, just as a little bit of a recap. So Terraria Tales and Geolenor map will be this week. In the fall, there's going to be the 1.12 pack, and then later this year, we're going to have Terraria Season 2 and Salvage if all goes to plan. Both of those could end up being next year, it depends how things go, but pretty much my plan right now is, get out the Geolenor map and Terraria Tales, finish work on the 1.12 pack and get that out in the fall, and then as soon as I finish the 1.12 pack, that's going to be my main series as I work on Salvage and try and get that out. Hopefully later this year. And beyond that, I still have a ton of plans for 1.8, or not 1.8, 2019. My mind just gets confuddled with Minecraft stuff. Anyway, but yeah, 2019, I have a ton of plans. Maybe I was thinking 1.8 because Salvage is 1.8. I don't know. But 2019, there's a ton of stuff that didn't fit this year and just I want to do in general. So I did mention some of that in the previous update. If you want to check that out, you missed that. And also, one thing I want to ask, what are your guys' thoughts on doing more main series hardcores like Ascension Hardcore? Because I'm kind of thinking that might become a tradition or like a thing I do every now and then. Because currently it's been, there's been Ascension, there's been Untamed Chaos, and that's really been it for the main series. There was Rediscovery that I do consider main series, but it's not a mod pack. But, I did Ascension, Untamed Chaos, Rediscovery. Then I did back Ascension Hardcore, and now I'll have Salvage coming up as my next main series. By the way, the 1.12 pack is not considered main series at the moment. So I was actually thinking maybe I could just alternate between new mod pack and a hardcore of an old mod pack as my main series uploads. And so pretty much as an example, I did Ascension, Untamed Chaos, Rediscovery, Ascension Hardcore, Salvage, and then after Salvage I could do an Untamed Chaos Hardcore. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. I'm kind of leaning towards I will do it, but still up in the air. And like I said, I have a lot of plans for 2019. An Untamed Chaos Hardcore kind of be a little bit of a wrench in the plan, but I also kind of expect I die in that one really quickly. So we'll see. And the only other thing to mention is that after I finish the 1.12 pack in Salvage, maybe even before I start on Salvage, or between the two, I should say, I'm actually thinking of updating Untamed Chaos and Ascension for the Curse Launcher, the Twitch Launcher, whatever you want to call it. Untamed Chaos is already on there, but it hasn't been updated in a while, and I also know some things might be breaking on the Curse Launcher. Old ones actually been playing it on there recently and ran into some issues. So I was actually thinking that, yeah, I could go back, do an update. That way, if I do an Untamed Chaos Hardcore in the future, it will already be updated and ready. And as for Ascension, I probably should have done this before the Hardcore, but oh well. But I was thinking, I just finished up the Hardcore with it, and there's some things in my mind, I'm just like, it'd be cool to get it on the Curse Launcher and also go back and tweak some of those things that aren't working, like the Enchanted Books. So, I don't know, those are some minor little mod pack things for the old mod packs that I was thinking of doing. I'm not saying they will happen or when they'll happen, but I'm thinking of going back and updating them for the Curse Launcher, just so all my mod packs will eventually be on Curse. Because that's the plan for new mod packs, to be on Curse, and actually the 1.12 pack at the moment can only be on Curse due to the permissions of one of the mods I need. So, I don't know. But anyway, I feel like this is my normal length of a rambly vlog, so I think I probably should end it here and get this video edited and ready for this weekend, because I actually have work next week, so yeah, that's going to make things a little less time this weekend than I'm used to now that I have some job stuff going on. So yeah, but I think that covers everything. Hopefully you guys are excited to see that Minecraft map and the Tales series and are looking forward to the 1.12 pack this fall. And I have intentionally been keeping it a bit shrouded in mystery for the moment because I want to be surprised when it comes out. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this vlog. Hopefully you're excited for the stuff that's upcoming, and until next time, goodbye.